a Saturday afternoon. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist, and the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram, and it's Pirtle in at the 5, roaming the paint. Booker can't get it to go.
The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
To the wing on the left. Outside Dick. Pirtle with a screen on Booker. Dick, the pass to Pirtle. Can't hit from in close. Pass to Durant. From behind the arc. Knocks down the triple.
And man, we look at that release from Durant. He makes hitting a 3 look like a layup with that size and touch.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, BA. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
6 on the shot clock. Barnes passes to Pirtle. And here's Ingram outside. And it's Devin Booker with a rebound. The Suns on offense. Pass to Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Yeah, not going to get over on KD here. If you give him a chance to attack the basket, he'll be at the rim.
Now here's Dick. He's guarded closely. Ingram. The shot misses. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. Screen by Durant. Martin, the pass to Richards. It's stolen by Ingram. Dick with it. Now guarded by Booker. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Earlier, I spoke with Mike Budenholzer. We got to talking about Brandon Ingram, and I asked how Coach thought they might limit him tonight. Coach told me, well, there's nothing we can do about his size and his length, so we're hoping just to frustrate him and keep him off balance by getting up in his business and contesting shots. Hopefully that plan pans out for them, guys.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
And that's the way it should be. Ingram aggressive to the rack.
The kick to Durant. The 3-ball. He drops it from range. Durant's got 8 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
The shot by Ingram, no good. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for the Suns. They lead by 4. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Just another part of Devin Booker's amazing offensive game. He finds wide open guys.
Phoenix shooting their first free throw in this game. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Shot is good by Barrett.
Now, one of the keys to Barrett's game is he's got to play tough.
The Suns lead by 5. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Up top, Durant. Back to Booker. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
Toronto ball.
Raptors trail by 5. Barnes with it. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. It's stolen by Dunn. There's 57 seconds left in the first quarter.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Now here's Ingram. Into the lane. Richards pulls it in. Phoenix leading by 5. Booker with it. Picked up by Dick. Ingram against Durant. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Richards with a screen. Outside Durant with 2 seconds left. And Durant with the big finish.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up?
And so the first quarter is in the books. Suns ahead, leading by 9. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Dick, and it's Barrett in at the 3. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Raptors are still developing. Coach Darko Rajakovic said, we're focusing on offensive execution and player development. It's about what we need to do night in and night out, regardless of the opponent. As we grow, we'll teach more schemes for opponent preparation. BA step by step.
Yeah, it's a process, Allie. Thank you. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, Ingram liking to play in the system right there, unselfish, and making a play.
Outside Booker, and there's the drive. Oh, coming in hot, Devin Booker.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. Phoenix leading by 10, and Brandon Ingram was the key piece of the Anthony Davis trade. That move changed his career, Brent.
No doubt about it. B.I. won the most improved player of the year in his first season away from the Lakers, so sometimes that change of scenery can open up opportunity and get you a chance to show your excellence.
Nice idea by Grady Dick. I mean, he put the ball on the floor, and I think that'll open things up for him.
And here's Booker. Outside Durant. From deep. Rebound Toronto. Now Grady Dick to the middle. Pass to Pirtle. Now here's Dick. Back to Pirtle. And Booker pulls it down.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Durant against Barnes. Left side Durant. Clock at 6. Here's Martin. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
He's so dynamic with the ball. Durant showing his versatility with that dish.
Outside Dick. Pass to Ingram. There's the 3. Good to see it fall for him. Now 3 for 9.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And Booker with the jam.
You know, watching these guys take off, it's awesome, and Booker putting on a show.
Here's Dick. Pass to Barnes. Kicks it out to Barrett. Now here's Barnes. Ingram on the wing. Shot from the top of the key. Barnes, no good. Phoenix leading by 9. Booker surveying the floor. Booker on the take. For 3, Durant. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got his 5th assist in this one.
Well, we know KD can carry the load offensively any night, but we see a little stat padding here.
Pass to Barrett. And the Suns pushing it up now. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Ingram. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Booker with it, and it's Ingram picking him up. 4-3, and there's Durant. That one's good. On the assist from Booker. Durant's got 21 points in the game. Raptors trail by 15. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Ingram. Rebounded by Dunn. And the Suns with possession. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Up top, Durant. He's guarded by Barnes. 4 seconds left. Durant with the bucket. 23 points in the game.
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now, beginning to pull away.
The game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
Kevin Durant has been leading the charge for Phoenix. Continued to rack up points in that quarter. His total for the night to 23. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
Beal and Allen are out on the wing. And it's Bol, and it's Micic in at the 1. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Raptors trail by 17. Here's Quickly. Pass to Mobo. Back to Quickly. Pulls up. Bol grabs the board.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Quickly with the ball. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6 foot, 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Here's Micic. Suns keep it alive. Here he goes to the left side wing. Shot clock at 5, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
3-second violation. Raptors ball.
Raptors trail by 17. Quickly with the ball. Still no points. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
In an instant, quickly saw the opening, didn't hesitate.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Mobo. There's the drive. Here's Castleton. The Suns clear it. Pass to Micic. Allen with a screen on quickly. Here's Micic. Out to Beal. Lets it go from deep. Mobo with the rebound. Here's Castleton. Quickly up top. Over Allen. And it's quickly with a miss.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Brent, we've seen Quickly step up as a team leader since he came into the league.
Well, he's had tremendous confidence in what it is that he brings to a basketball team from the very beginning. It's taken him a little bit of time to gain that in the NBA setting, but he is now asserting himself as a floor general.
Here's Bull. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Bull's got his first 2 points. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Nabaji. Bradley Beal with a rebound. And so Beal will bring it up for Phoenix. A 17-point lead, their biggest. Here comes Toronto on the push. Pass to Mobo. Quickly outside. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Phoenix leading by 17. Beal with a screen on quickly. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Beal, no good. For Toronto, they've gone only 1 for 6 here in the second half. Pass to Mobo. Kicks it to Quickly. The 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Quickly's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Sweet shooting touch from the confident guard. Quickly's role is to score as often as possible.
To the paint. Oh, they pick off the pass. 56 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Here's Castleton. Bull covering. Pass to Castleton. Now Quickly. The 3 is up. And the Raptors, another 3.
He's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. There's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Allen on the wing. Here's Micic, guarded by Quickly. Allen with a screen on Quickly. Back to Allen. He shoots it. And they'll get another chance. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Allen with a screen on Quickly. Allen outside for 3. Nabaji with a rebound. To the inside. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And so it's Phoenix closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Defense is setting the tone. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So for Toronto right now, there it is, the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Grady Dick out there with Brandon Ingram, and it's Pirtle in at the 5. The shot by Ingram, no good. The Suns lead by 11. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Booker's a good passer, becoming better in that area, and he knows how to work the ball around.
Now here's Ingram, defended by Dunn. Barnes with a screen on Booker. Dick, the pass to Barnes. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
Phoenix has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Pass to Durant. Lets the 3 fly. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 8 assists in the game.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And here's Ingram from the arc. Richards pulls it in. Phoenix has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. Outside Booker. Pass to Durant. And it's Durant with the finish.
Yeah, could you add that one to Durant's ongoing highlight reel? Thank you very much.
Dick, the pass to Ingram. Looking to get it going. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Ingram against Durant. Shoots off the step back. And another basket for Phoenix.
Because of the physical skills and the versatile approach, it's hard not to run plays through Durant pretty much every time down the floor.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Up top, Dick. Dunn with a steal. Barnes against Durant. Martin outside. Pass to Dunn. Durant against Barnes. On the wing, Durant. Takes the 3. Pirtle grabs a miss.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
And here's Ingram outside. Kevin Durant pulls it in. And here's Durant. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Fade away. And that one comes up a bit short. Raptors trail by 16.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Suns.
Man, they were in a groove from long range tonight.
Yeah, they were able to find space, and they were ready to let it fly the moment they saw an opening.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Kevin Durant.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Barnes the screen. And here's Ingram outside, and the three-pointer goes. 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Outside Durant. Three-pointer. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Ingram. Yep, that one goes.
Brandon Ingram.
There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Booker, the pass to Durant. Durant draws the double. Oh, Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
For a spindly guy, Durant has such great body control. Hard not to foul him when he carves his way in that deep.
And so he hits both. And we've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Ingram from the arc. Richards pulls it in. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
For 3, Durant. Offensive rebound. And Booker puts up a deep 3. No good. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm a medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the kiss. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
Let's meet the visiting.
Well, Greg, this matchup features... There's two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Josh Giddey is out there with ball, and it's Booz Ellis in at the 3 spot. Now here's Giddey. 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Suns.
And he's very confident from that range, but he can't make them all.
Booker the pass to Beal.
Yes!
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Vucevic finds ball. No good with the finger roll.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
2 points. That one goes.
I like how sudden Booker can be on the drive, charging into a gap before the defense sees it's there.
Here's Giddey. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Now here's Durant. Devin Booker missing his last shot. Lets the three fly, and that's good. Kevin Durant for three.
The confidence that Durant has in his three-point shot is something special. He doesn't doubt his selections at all.
Ball kicks to Williams. Looking for Richards and gets it there. Back to Booker, and there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Chicago ball.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. The drive-by Ball, and Ball slams it in.
That kind of aggressiveness, that's what you want to see more from Ball.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. Dealing with Lonzo Ball's playmaking was at the front of his mind. He told me Lonzo's a tremendous decision maker, so we've got to be quick to close off the passing lanes. We can't let him create easy baskets. The goal is to keep Ball's impact as a playmaker down to a minimum. Guys, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Suns leading by 5. Right side, Beal. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now here's Giddey. And he jams it with authority.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Booker against Ball. Outside for KD. And he lays it straight in. Durant's got 7.
I love the confidence that Durant plays with. The closer he gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Ball, the pass to Vucevic. Back to Ball. Launches a 3. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. 5 points in the game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Booker outside. Outside for Durant. Stolen by Ball. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. Overdone. The shot by Williams, no good. Phoenix leading by 4. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Booker, no good. Now Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Ball with it, now guarded by Booker. Pass to Buzelis. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Beal. He'll bring it up for the Suns. Nifty move. He takes it up and lays it in.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here is Ball. Driving the lane. And it's good. But hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like
the previous play.
The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game. And really, it's about getting the call right.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so close.
And so it's Phoenix with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action in just a minute. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen, guys, from Phoenix, what do you guys see?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And rebounding numbers, sometimes we overlook them, but they can have a big effect on the outcome.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Nick Richards out there with Durant, and it's done in at the small forward position. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. Ball, no good.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Giddey sets the pick for Ball. Here he goes, and Ball slams it in.
I love seeing Ball be aggressive on offense, good at knowing when to take initiative.
Beal against Giddey. Outside for KD. In close, Durant gets the bucket.
Nice ball movement there, delivered the pass right on time.
Right side, Ball. Here's Vucevic. The three-pointer, no good. Phoenix leading by 9. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And the shot goes in. KD's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Buzelis' shot is good. Booker with it. 5 points in the game. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Buzelis.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the foul, and we know what usually happens when he steps to the line.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Williams for 3. It's good from long range.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Suns leading by 8. Booker outside. Booker brings the fans to their feet.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Here's Williams. A beautiful reverse layup. Williams has got 5 points so far.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
2 minutes.
Pass to Richards. It's deflected. And that one goes out of bounds. They say last touch by Ball.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He still got a good outcome.
Here's KD.
And Durant must be making the defense sweat a little bit right now. Whenever he gets into a rhythm, he gets aggressive.
Bulls trail by 10. 1:32 left in the first half of basketball. Ball, no good. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Pass to Durant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Second personal
And
foul.
Kevin Durant, one of the top 10 scorers in league history. And RJ still going strong.
And he does it with efficiency, Kevin. Takes great shots, and he's incredibly accurate. And if he doesn't have a look, he's a willing passer.
Bull. He's checked in for Nick Richards. Ball. It's hauled in by Dunn. Dunn's got 5 rebounds tonight. Beal against Giddey. KD looking around. Over Williams. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Durant's got the lead up to 14 now for the Suns. Ball, a screen on Beal. And again, Chicago. No good. Ball against Booker. Pass to KD. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, this is a testament to how competitive Durant is, able to score against physical defenders.
For Phoenix, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And it's Ball penetrating, fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Ferocious move there by Ball, finding his finish while also taking the foul.
The Bulls shooting their first free throw of the game here. Suns leading by 14. Now Booker, 7 points in the game. Out to KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Talk about execution on the offensive end. They're leaving nothing on the table right now.
It's caused them to pull away a bit. Let's see if they can keep the train on the track.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Sun. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched them for 24 points so far. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Stout effort defensively in the first half. What did you do to limit them?
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
He knows that that's a strength for him. If they're going to keep fouling, he has no problem taking it.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. All out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Ellis in at the 3 spot. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Bulls setting the pick for Allen. Another 3 for Phoenix.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's White. It's hauled in by the Suns. Jones looking for an opening. Off target with his 3. Bulls shooting around 41% on the night. Goes through moves, shots good.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Suns leading by 20. Now here's Jones. Still yet to score. From the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Ooh, can't ask for a cleaner look than that, and he'll make it pay.
White against Jones. Fires from deep. And no good.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year, Draymond Green, says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Shot by Collins, no good. Suns leading by 23. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. Stolen by Collins. Here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
From deep three-point territory, it's rebounded by Herter.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good.
Inside, and it's slammed in by Plumlee. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm balling?
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
On the wing, Dosunmu. Collins in the post. He's against Bol. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Herter drains it from beyond the arc. Herter's got his first 3 points of the game. Phoenix leading by 18. Outside, Jones. Down low. Bol against Collins. Fades back. Bol can't hit. Bulls have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And finished off by Collins.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Jones drives in. In the corner, it's Plumlee. And it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
And a long windup and strong follow-through on the one-hand jam.
Yeah, he's not going to mess that one up. Nobody near Allen. Oh! Just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they will go into the fourth quarter riding high. That's almost got to feel like a game winner to them.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns taking a 19-point lead. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. And Vucevic pulls it down. Bulls trail by 19. Ball from long range. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
When he puts it all together, Ball can put on quite a performance.
Booker looking around. Pass to Beal. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. KD can't get it to go. And Chicago shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Stolen by Durant. And here is Beal. Giddey defending. Outside Durant. And again, it's the Suns missing. Bulls trail by 16. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Booker outside. And again, it's the Suns missing. Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Buzelis. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one.
Whether he's off ball or on it, you just love what Buzelis brings to the floor.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Suns.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Too open that time, made it look too easy.
That's Beal's wheelhouse, catch and pop.
Bulls trail by 18. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Giddey, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Phoenix has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That's his first foul. Here's Booker. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Back to Beal. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer off the mark. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Here's Buzelis. Lets the three fly. It's rebounded by Durant. We've got 1:48 left to play in the final quarter. Fires it up. Chicago grabs the miss. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. There's Ball with the 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Dunn's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Suns.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kevin Durant.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Bulls shooting the ball at 42%. And Ball slams it in.
Really nice job there by Buzelis. Already sees the floor at a high level.
It's Durant on the wing. Booker with no one around hits it from three-point range.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
Ball no good.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him that he's up off the threes.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Beal. Giddey the pass to Williams. Yep, that one goes.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
And Durant puts up a deep 3 off the mark. So it's the Suns winning easily here. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight. One that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll do it, folks. Richard Jefferson, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge.
teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Williams and Vucevic are inside. Josh Giddey out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Buzelis in at the 3 slot. Now here's Pirtle. Now Grady Dick. Back to Pirtle. Stolen by Ball. Here's Giddey. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram. Chicago shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. Stan, it's hard to believe, but the Bulls have not won a playoff series since 2015.
Well, look, Brian, it's hard to win in this league. And when you're rebuilding, trying to find the mix that'll get you over the top is a difficult chore.
Long way from those Michael Jordan glory days. Ball with a steal. About a minute played here so far in the first. Pass to Giddey. 5 on the clock. Fires from the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic, and one of their main defensive focuses, Nikola Vucevic. Coach telling me that Vuce has the big body, plus he can really shoot it, but they really emphasized boxing him out. Nikola is great at converting misses into second chance points. Boxing out. It's back to the basics, guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. And Chicago has possession, following the bucket by the Raptors. Here's Buzelis, guarded by Barrett. Buzelis' shot is good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now here's Ingram. Pass to Barnes. Back to Ingram. Driving inside. Count it.
Anytime Ingram gets a look that close in, it's a great trip down the floor.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Ball outside. Oh, rejected by Pirtle. And it's out of bounds. That one off Pirtle. And so here is Chicago. There's a screen. And he drives in.
And in this action, the pick and roll, Buzelis is becoming really good at reading the defense.
Raptors trail by 4. Barnes the screen. Ingram, the pass to Barnes. Back to Ingram. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
Clock at 4. Another shot. And he lays it up and in. Ingram's got 6.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Here's Buzelis. Nifty move. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Graham.
Yeah, he scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
Coach, when you talk to Ingram's teammates, they always bring up his remarkable work ethic.
Well, Brian, Brandon Ingram works hard. He loves the game. He wants to be great. He spends a lot of his free time studying the game instead of just hanging out and doing other things.
And there's the 3-second violation. The Bulls have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's the pick. Ball looks over the floor. Inside, here's Buzelis, and he goes in for the dunk.
And that's a well-timed play. Buzelis ready to catch and finish.
Barnes passes to Pirtle. Kicks it out to Barrett. Pirtle with a screen on Giddey. Here's Barrett. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
And I love the confidence from Barrett. He enjoys finding room inside and capitalizing.
Pick by Vucevic. 29 seconds left to play in the first. Williams' shot is good.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Raptors trail by 3. Outside for Ingram. Back to Dick. Here's Ingram. Give him 8 points now. Let's go with a 3. Williams grabs the board. Here's Buzelis. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Chicago ahead. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off. Jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Pirtle in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Toronto trailing. Right side Ingram. Sends it home from 3-point land. Ingram's got 11 points.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
To the middle. It's stolen by Ingram. Here comes Toronto on the push. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Yeah, generating points off turnovers. Ingram igniting the flame.
Outside Giddey. He gets it in there. He's got 6.
See, now that layup isn't possible without the help of the pick.
Here's Dick. Chalk up 2 there.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Ingram against Giddey. Oh, and he brings it down with a 2-handed jam.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring option.
Pick by Vucevic. 3-pointer. And he buries his first look. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's sometimes where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls. A lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
Up top, Dick, pounded by Ball. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he makes the first. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Productive trip to the line. He doesn't like to leave points on the table.
Ball outside. Out to the right wing. 3-pointer, Vucevic. Yes, sir, and it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists in the game. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Outside Ingram. On the take. It's tipped.
When it comes to contesting shots, Zealous is showing us that he's got great timing.
Giddey finds Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's Dick. And again, Toronto no good. Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from distance in this game. Ball outside. Williams with the screen. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Yeah, nice work from Ball. Able to absorb the hit and still capitalize. Just impressive.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them.
Giddey against Ingram. Over to the left wing. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Rebounded by Ingram. Raptors trail by 3. Pass to Pirtle. Here's Ingram. This one for 3. They grab their own miss. It's good on the putback.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
The kick out to Williams. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Barron. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Dick. Pulls it. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Fast break. Here we go. Ball outside. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Got it off in time. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Chicago ahead. They're up by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
What makes him an exciting player is the ultra-aggressive mindset that we saw over and over in the first half.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
On the court for Chicago. Smith out there with Zach Collins. Then it's Kobe White. Then there's Kevin Huerter. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward position. And it's in there. Dosunmu's got his first bucket in this one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
White with it, now quickly defending. Here's Collins, uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, that's a great find by White. He's such a clever and deceptive combo guard.
Well, Stan, you talk about a late bloomer. Kobe White has shown that he might be just that.
Well, Brian, everything has come together for him. He's improved on defense. He's improved his decision-making. He got that second contract and a bigger role, and he is playing great.
They might have the best hair in the NBA. Collins with a screen on Quickly. Stolen by Quickly. Here's Abaji, and he banks in the layup. Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Collins with a screen on Quickly. White, the pass to Collins. And here's Huerter. Back to Collins. 6 on the shot clock. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Raptors on D. It's a 1-point game. Good.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
And so quickly we'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. Six to shoot. Lots of room. Chicago with a rebound.
That was a good look from the mid-range. He'd like to have that one back.
Here's White. And he starts out with a miss in this one. Raptors trail by 3. Quickly with the ball. And stolen by Herter. Dosunmu, the pass to Collins. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Got a piece of it. Here's Abaji. The ball's knocked loose. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. From the inbound.
A good on-ball defender. White will make you work for him.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Smith with a screen on quickly. White, the pass to Smith. Back to White. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Outside Herter. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter of the game. And Castleton pulls it down.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
White against Quickly. Castleton. Here's Mobo. Back to Quickly. Here's Abaji. Ooh, can't tie it up as that one's no good. Bulls leading by 3. Collins left side. Pass to Smith. Collins inside. Guarded by Quickly. Oh, a nice shot by Collins. 30 seconds left in the third. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Here's Abaji. Herter defending. Abaji, the pass to Quickly. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by the Bulls. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Outside White. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached the end of the third. Chicago ahead, up 5. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Chicago leading. Barnes and Pirtle down low at the 4 and 5. Brandon Ingram out there with Dick. And it's Barrett in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Vucevic against Pirtle. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
Dick, the pass to Ingram. Back to Dick. Ingram with a screen on Ball. Here's Dick. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. Bulls leading by 7. Here's Buzelis. Barnes with the rebound. On offense, here come the Raptors. An easy 2 on the layup.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Yeah, there's no excuse for giving that up. That's the absolute last thing you want to happen.
And Paul throws it down.
You're taller than you think. Lonzo is a sneaky 6'6".
Raptors trail by 7. The drive by Ingram. Oh, can't answer back with his own dunk. Ball with it. Picked up by Dick. Driving to the basket. And Ball throws it down.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Pass to Pirtle. Outside Dick. Fires the 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Buzelis, covered by Ingram. Looking to end this cold spell. And that one is stuffed right through.
Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
Here's Ingram. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
So close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Here's Buzelis, guarded by Barrett. Buzelis' shot is good. Buzelis has got 4 points in the quarter.
He still needs to fill out to be more physical down there, and that will come with time. But Buzelis can handle his own.
Pass to Ingram, puts up a deep 3. The long distance 3 is buried.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that dunk.
Now here's Giddey. Ball, a screen on Ingram. And here's Giddey. Rebounded by Ingram. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Takes a 3. And it's Chicago with a board. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Buzelis, guarded by Barrett. Pass the ball. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Here's Dick. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Hits the trifecta. Ingram's got 21 points in the game.
A crafty play there by Ingram, using the pull-up jumper to beat the defense.
And Giddey has got the ball here for Chicago. No good. Toronto has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. And here's Ingram outside, and he buries it. And now they trail by just 4.
And this guy is just a gamer. Ingram doesn't feel pressure. He embraces the moment, taking and making important shots. His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass right in there. You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
Ingram, the pass to Pirtle. Nice D from Vucevic. And here's Chicago. 6-point lead. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barrett.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Now here's Ball. Defense is right there. Beyond the arc. And the miss. And so Chicago takes the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know, some teams...
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
great ball movement. These two teams, Grant, fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now let's take a look at Phoenix's opening lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the 3. Now here's Ingram. 4 on the clock. Shoots over Beal. The shot by Ingram, no good.
That's gotta frustrate him. He knows he should have made that one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Booker finds Durant. Richards with a screen. Durant with it. And it's Ingram picking him up. Lets it fly. The offensive rebound. The kick to Durant. Second chance effort. Rebound by the Raptors.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looked like plenty of room.
You know, Grant, an underrated area of improvement for Scotty Barnes has been his defense.
You're spot on, B.A. I mean, we've seen an elevated intensity from him on that end. Finding more denials, attacking the ball, really proving himself as an effective stopper.
Now here's Durant. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And good heads up from Bradley Beal, just spots the ready shooter.
Outside Dick. It's good.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Durant's shot is off.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. And a slam dunk by Ingram.
Well, he's just so long, able to get to that rim pretty quick.
For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Booker with it. He's picked up by Barnes. Here's Durant. Hits the target from 18 feet.
And he knows he can make this shot. I mean, clearly there's no indecision for him from there.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
First team foul.
Take it away. To the inside. To the paint. Here's Beal. Up and in on the layup.
Well, Bradley Beal can mix it up offensively, and he gets to the inside this time to score.
Hurdle with a screen on Beal. Here's Ingram.
Getting out! Wow! What a play!
And that's big time from B.I.
2 minutes left in the first.
Booker attacking after years of competing for championships and winning one. Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto. Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Kicks it out to Barnes. Ingram with a screen on Durant. Outside Ingram. Shot clock at 3. That's it. Coming off an assist from Barnes. Ingram's got 7 points in the game.
And Ingram seems just more and more confident in his ability to shoot from the three-point line.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offense in transition and just leads me to stay on lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Durant. Lays it up and banks it in. Durant's got his second basket of the night.
And KD so nimble, just a difference maker inside the paint.
Here's Dick. Durant pulls it in. And so it's Durant who brings up the ball for Phoenix. Pass to Booker. Screen by Durant. And Booker with the jam.
You know, watching these guys take off, it's awesome, and Booker putting on a show.
8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Outside for Ingram. Fires it. Phoenix grabs the miss.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
Nice shot by Durant.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Here's Pirtle. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. Booker fires from way outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Phoenix.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And so in the game for the Suns, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Mason Plumlee, and it's done in at the 3 slot. Now here's Dick, and they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Booker with it, guarded by Dick, outside Durant. Booker with a screen on Barrett. Here's Durant. Oh, KD! Filthy!
Yeah, KD attacking the rim. Hard to imagine anybody's going to get in the way of that.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
3 on the clock. And here's Ingram outside. Fires in the triple. Ingram's got 10 points.
And Ingram really can handle either part of that pick and roll. He can be the screener, and then he can roll, or he can score off it. Nice option.
Now here's Durant. Give him 8 points now. KD won't be stopped.
Now what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Down low. Here's Ingram. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
And this is where that length shows off on particular plays like that. Still able to score.
Outside Booker. The kick to Durant. Durant burning those 2 points.
Not fair of a coach to send out one defender against Kevin Durant, skilled at fighting through whatever challenges the D wants to throw at him.
Dick, the pass to Barrett. Outside Dick. Here's Ingram. Again, the Raptors good for 2 more. The Suns lead by 5. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Good chance here for Booker, and it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Booker's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
And it's Dick off the drive.
Playing from behind, it's amazing he chose a dunk with that high a difficulty rating.
Yeah, no question. That was a stellar move with plenty of swagger. Booker with it, now guarded by Barrett. Durant takes it in. Pirtle grabs a miss. Raptors trail by 5. Barrett passes to Ingram. Outside Dick. Back to Ingram. Barnes with a screen on Plumlee. Here's Ingram. And he drops it in from the low post. Ingram's got 16 points now. Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, BA. And in a 7-game series, defense is to disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Durant with the bucket.
And man, you look at that release from Durant, he makes hitting a 3 look like a layup with that size and touch.
Ingram against Beal. Pirtle with a screen on Beal. And here's Ingram outside. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Durant. Barnes with the rebound. And Barnes has got the ball here for Toronto. 6-point game. Here's Ingram. Pirtle with the ball. Outside Ingram. 3-pointer. Ingram can't get that one to fall. The Suns have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Durant finds Booker. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And Booker just one of these guys who's calculating on the offensive end. He's trying to figure out what defenses are doing. He's always working hard to find shots, and he's going to influence the game the way he can produce.
Here's Ingram, and that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Devin Booker. He's feeling it tonight. He's been the driving force for the Phoenix Suns. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Boy, this has been one outstanding game from Brandon Ingram.
He's been on the attack, playing hard and going right to the rim.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
They've got Emmanuel quickly, and it's Abaji in at the 2 guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Raptors trail by 9. Here's Mobo on the wing quickly. Takes it inside. Off with the layup. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
It's Quickly with a drive. He's off on the layup. The Suns lead by 11. Allen outside. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Martin outside. Lets it go from the wing. Mobo with a rebound. Toronto shooting it at 52%. Quickly against Jones. And Emmanuel Quickly hits from deep. Quickly's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Allen, guarded closely. Left side Bull. Second chance shot. And finished off by Bull.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark.
Incredible. It sometimes falls to the point guard to be the offensive catalyst.
Seems like he always knows when his squad needs a lift.
Did you see how much air he had under him? Wow.
I'll tell you what, it's good to be his age.
Yeah, I don't have memories like that at my age, though.
In an instant, quickly saw the opening, didn't hesitate.
Phoenix leading by 8. Outside Jones. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Back to Allen. Fires from deep. Toronto grabs the miss. Quickly outside. The three is up. They get it back. Second chance effort, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It goes on Bull.
That's what Quickly wanted, to go inside and create some kind of contact.
The free throw drops for Quickly. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Phoenix with it. They've led by as many as 11. Bull, a screen on Quickly. Jones, the pass to Bull, and finished off by Bull.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Here's Battle. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. The three is up. Gets the three to fall. Battle's got his first 3 points of the game.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Here's Allen. And a nice finish on the layup. And the Suns lead by 7.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Quickly passes to Abaji. Back to Quickly. .50 seconds left in the third. Three-pointer off the mark. Phoenix leading by 7. Allen outside. And it's Toronto with a rebound. Castleton's got 4 rebounds now. Inside. Here's Mobo. And he dunks it down.
Now, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops. Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Out of bounds. It'll be Phoenix's ball. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. Here's Jones. Yet to see a basket. Allen outside. Pass to Richards. 2 on the clock. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First free throw is good.
At the line for the Suns.
Both shots good from the stripe. And so it's Phoenix with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in... And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Well, sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. And so in the game for the Suns, Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Mason Plumlee out there with Kevin Durant. And it's done in at the 3. Durant for 3. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. And the Suns lead by 9.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a three, you know he's coming back at you.
And it's stolen by Plumlee. Pass to Beal. Back to Plumlee. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Though he's not the biggest scoring threat, Plumlee does have the size and athleticism to cause defenders some problems down there.
Outside Ingram. From downtown, Plumlee pulls down the board.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Durant inside, guarded by Barrett, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. That's on Jakob Poeltl.
Just not sure there's a good way to guard Kevin Durant. He's too tall, he's too skilled, and he's too quick with that release. Makes it pretty tough on the defense. Who are you going to pick to send to the free throw line? And he's hitting the free throws right now. Form looks good.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Oh, Durant playing big in the paint.
Well, we know KD can carry the load offensively any night. We see a little stat padding here.
To stop the run. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, he's been carrying them all night on offense, but at some point, he's going to need some help.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Phoenix?
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And throughout the game, the mid-range area has been their bread and butter, continuing to pull up from there with a tremendous amount of confidence.
Durant's shot is off. And Ingram has got the ball here for Toronto, trailing by 13. To the inside, Poeltl. That one no good. Ooh, great D that time from Dunn. Booker, the pass to Durant. Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Shot clock at 6. Fades away, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now Ingram, pass to Barrett. Ingram up top, defended by Dunn. Ingram, the pass to Barnes. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now.
2 minutes remaining.
The 3, Durant. He's got another one. That's 10 for 15 now.
And Durant doesn't need more than a click to get one off.
Poeltl with a screen on Beal. Ingram, the pass to Dick. Back to Ingram. Back to Dick. Pass to Barrett. Ingram on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. And a miss there on the triple. And it's Phoenix's ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress.
It looks like it'll be a big win for them here. Time to just cruise to the end of the game and chalk up the victory for the Suns.
They were the more accurate club, and in the end, that made the difference, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., you have to love their strategy. And even more, love the execution.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Kevin Durant.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Booker, the pass to Durant. The fadeaway. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And the Suns lead by 18. Here's Toronto with the ball. It's stolen by Dunn. Outside Durant. 29 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. From behind the arc. No good on the shot. Barnes against Durant. Pass to Dick. So it's the Suns winning this one easily. It ends up being a fairly easy road win. Allie, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Brent Berry, Allie.
First grade, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Nick Richards. And it's done in at the 3 slot. It's good from long range.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique, but man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Good work there as it goes. Durant's got 5.
Showing the grit. KD is no stranger to physical defense.
Ball against Booker. To the wing right side. Fires away from outside. He's off on that one. Done with some nice D. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
And here are the Bulls now. The Suns getting the bucket, and he gets the bucket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
No good from Booker. Bulls have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Beal against Giddey. It's good. Giddey's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And it's Durant missing. Chicago is gone 1 or 2 from long range in the first quarter.
Selfless player. Vucevic finding his man all alone.
Booker looking around. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Just 5 to shoot. Bangs home the trifecta.
At the arc, Booker is pretty efficient. This man can hurt you from downtown if you're not careful.
Here's Buzelis. Done covering. He takes it in. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's Durant on the wing for 3.
2 minutes.
They get the rebound. Richards off target at the rim. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Chicago. They trail by 1. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. And stolen by Giddey. Ball with it. Now guarded by Dunn. Great positioning on the putback.
Getting physical on the glass and getting a bucket, that's what Vooch does.
Booker against Giddey. Durant with a wide open look. Good. And a nice assist from Booker.
3 points.
Booker's got 4 assists now tonight. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now here's Giddey. He's got 6. Ball finds Giddey. No good on the triple. Suns have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Booker in the corner. KD on the wing. Another three for Phoenix.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Vucevic setting the pick for Buzelis. Pass to Vucevic and stolen by Dunn. Here's Booker and the dunk by Booker.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Booker against Ball. On the wing, Williams. Looking to end the run. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Phoenix heading to the bench with a 7-point lead. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Phoenix.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. Josh Giddey is out there with Ball. And it's Buzelis in at the three, the small forward. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And here is Giddey. After the three-pointer from KD. Can't hit from in close.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well. You gotta love his hustle, leading the defense, no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Now here's Booker. 5 points in the game. Again, the miss by KD.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Giddey goes in.
And no doubt, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. And Booker kicks to KD. Back to Booker. Wants to get it to KD and does. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Nick Richards, he's checked in for the Suns. Booker against Giddey. KD draws the double. Dunn, wide open, he fires. No good from outside.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Beal against Ball. Shoots over Beal. Ball, no good. Suns leading by 6. Now here's Durant. 16 points for him. Booker inside. He's covered by Ball. And the Suns miss again. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Ball's got 5 now. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
Now Ball. After Devin Booker missing on that last 3-pointer. Pass to Buzelis.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left here in the second. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Phoenix pushing it up now. And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Beal against Ball. Outside for KD. There's Here's the triple from Durant.
No hesitation from the swing man. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And it's ball in the corner. Over Booker. Ball no good. And KD's got the ball here for Phoenix. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. And then Durant with the dunk.
And it doesn't get any easier for Durant. With his size and length, dunking just comes pretty easy for him.
Here's Giddey. The Suns getting the bucket. 50 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Back to Vucevic. Here's Buzelis. The shot's good on the assist by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 3 assists now in this one. Booker outside. Left side Durant. Back to Booker. Dunn kicks to Booker. Shot clock at 6. KD on the wing. Off target from outside. Bulls trail by 7. On the wing, Giddey. Defended by Booker. Right side, Ball. That one misses. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Phoenix Suns. And with his work in that quarter, he has... Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Tyus Jones out there with Allen. Then it's Martin. Then it's Plumlee, and it's Bull in at the power forward.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Allen passes to Bull. Count the basket.
Yeah, inside, Bull does a great job just making subtle adjustments and utilizing that length.
Pass to Herter. Got it. Good job in the low post. Herter's got his first bucket in this one.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Jones kicks to Allen. Bull, a screen on Herter. Here's Allen. Shakes him. Rebound by Smith. Bulls trail by 7. Dosunmu with it. And it's Martin picking him up. Shot by Collins, no good. Phoenix has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. And here we go. Some nice ball movement here by the Bulls. Good on the bucket.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Herter against Jones. Nobody near Allen. That's in, coming off an assist from Jones.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's White. Goes to the reverse layup and cleans it in.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Bull, a screen on White. Jones, the pass to Bull. Kicks it out to Jones. Here's Plumlee, and the rejection by Smith. It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession.
Phoenix ball.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Bulls trail by 6. Now Herter. Five to shoot. Pass to Smith. And then Smith with the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Allen, a screen on White. Inside shot. And that's off the glass and in. Jones has got 4 points in the quarter.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play. Getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now here's Dosunmu, covered by Martin. Dosunmu with it. Over Martin. Out to Smith. They shoot again, and the jumper is good.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
1:07 left to play here in the third. And the foul called on Dosunmu. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:04 left in the third. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Driving to the basket. Smith against Martin. Back to Dosunmu. Here's Smith. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Allen in the post. He's defended by Herter. 6 to shoot. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Jones against White. Pass to Dosunmu. Smith with a screen on Martin. Driving in. And so it's the Phoenix Suns bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. A good Sun. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Vucevic in at center with Williams next to him. All out there with Josh Giddey. And it's Booz Ellis in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Beal against Williams. Booker with no one around. Booker sinks the 3.
He doesn't shoot from the corner 3 often, but Booker looked fearless sending that one up.
Vucevic setting the pick for Giddey. Puts it up. Pass to Vucevic. Ball against Booker. Ball, the pass to Vucevic. Misses from short range. Phoenix leading by 7. And so they foul intentionally.
Lonzo Ball. 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. And here's Booker. Takes the three. And he stays with it. Pass to Durant. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Vucevic.
So clever with the pump fake. Durant is so good at scoring that if he pump fakes, you better jump.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Bulls. 8-point game. From outside the arc. Giddey, no good. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Back to Booker. Six on the shot clock. Booker draws the double. Outside Beal. Phoenix needs to get off the shot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
Chicago ball.
Bulls trail by 8. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Williams a screen on Booker. Ball kicks to Vucevic. Williams passes to Giddey. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. The high post shot, and he nails that one right through the net. Ball's got 5 points now this quarter.
Such an easy shot to miscalculate. Great confidence, though, out of Lonzo Ball.
Giddey against Booker. And here's KD for 3. Good. A nice assist from Booker. 3. KD's got 25 points.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Shoots it up. Williams can't get it to go.
Looked like he just rushed it there. Just maybe take a little bit more time.
Another 3 for Phoenix.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
Ball no good. On offense, here are the Suns. Big stretch here going 10-2. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Ball. .137 left in the fourth quarter. The 8-footer. And off the glass. That one's good.
When he puts it all together, Ball can put on quite a performance.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
It's Durant on the wing. For 3, Booker, and he's good on the 3-ball. Booker's got the lead up to 13 now for Phoenix.
So many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
With the way they're shooting, there's no need to look for any other shot. Just keep letting it rain.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Suns.
Tonight, they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kevin Durant.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
And he commits the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Some substitution, number 4.
Here's Booker. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
5th personal foul. 4th team.
Free throw, good Booker.
At the line for the Suns, Devin Booker taking 2 shots.
Both free throws good from Booker. So it's Chicago now, down by 15. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Booker. Off on that one. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
big men. Grab some popcorn for this face-off at the center position tonight, Graham.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Brandon Ingram out there with Grady Dick. And it's Pirtle in at the center position, locking down the middle. Here's Dick. The Bulls making their last shot. Knocked loose. Pass to Barrett. Clock at 6. The 3. Dick with a miss. There's Ball with a 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan, and he had nothing but praise for Scotty Barnes on the other side. He said Barnes poses so many problems because of his versatility. He can play multiple positions. He's unselfish. He's got great speed for his size. He had a lot of good things to say. Clearly, Barnes has a big fan here.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Looking agile on the attack, it's so good to see Buzelis taking the initiative on offense and capitalizing.
Now here's Giddey. Vucevic, a screen on Barrett. Here's Giddey. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Here's Ingram. Pass to Pirtle. Back to Ingram. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Shot is good by Barrett.
You gotta like the quick decision making from Barrett. Not even hesitating at all off the catch.
Giddey against Ingram. Outside Giddey. Pass to Vucevic. Going all the way to the rack. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
You like how Barrett always keeps his eyes open, watching the court for those assist opportunities.
Williams, a screen on Barrett. Here's Buzelis. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates. Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Graham.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And it just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
Now here's Vucevic. Ball passes to Vucevic. Outside Giddey. Back to Vucevic. Such a skilled big. 6'10" Nikola Vucevic. He can beat you up in the post, or he can step back and hit a three-stand.
Yeah, Brian, and he's an excellent passer as well. Throughout his career, Vucevic's teams have been very good offensively, and his versatility is a big reason for that.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. Ingram with a screen on Ball. Outside Ingram. Fires the 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Pass to Pirtle. Outside Ingram. 1:11 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Barrett. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:06 left in the first quarter. Outside Dick. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Barnes. Back to Dick. There's the 3.
The focus Ball brings to his defense is admirable. He doesn't let himself get distracted from covering his guy. Outside, Williams.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Dick. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots, better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Here's Buzelis to the wing, right side. He got it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time.
And so it's Chicago, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. They're communicating well and stringing together stops. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Bulls.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Williams and Vucevic are inside. Lonzo Ball is out there with Josh Giddey, and it's Buzelis in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Outside Dick to the paint. Here's Barnes. Barrett passes to Ingram over Buzelis, and it's Ingram with the basket on the assist by Barrett. Ingram's got 4 points this quarter.
Look at how smooth Ingram's shot is. Hard off the pass, he puts up a silky jumper.
And here's Giddey. Pass to Buzelis. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Giddey against Barrett. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
Here's Giddey. And a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Now here's Dick, hounded by Ball. Got a piece of it. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Here's Buzelis. Toronto grabs the miss.
Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Barnes with a screen on Ball. Here's Ingram. And he can't get that one. Ooh, excellent D there from Ball. And you look at Matas Buzelis. Size, touch, feel for the game too, Grant.
Oh, B.A., he's a connector. We all love seeing those offenses where the ball doesn't stick. He's a guy who'll keep things moving.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Soft touch off the glass. And now an 11-point Chicago lead.
Getting points inside is no problem for Vucevic. He consistently finds these openings.
The Bulls have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Here's Buzelis, guarded by Dick. Here's Ball. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Ball's got 5 points in the quarter.
And give Ball credit. The D was there, but great work keeping his concentration.
And that one's good. Ingram.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Bulls leading by 10. Giddey into the lane. Banked it in off the glass. Giddey's got 6.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Ball outside. To the middle.
And that's a well-timed play. With Buzelis ready to catch and finish.
Outside Dick. There's 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Pass to Barrett. Back to Dick. 6 to shoot. And here's Ingram. Releases. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. 9 points in the game. The Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 9 shots to drop during the second. Ball, a screen on Barrett. Inside from the low block. Ball passes to Vucevic. Good work there as it goes. And the Bulls lead by 14.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Left side Barrett. Pirtle finds Ingram. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in. Up in time. And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break up 12. Building this lead up in large part because of how well they're shooting it. We'll be right back. Wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Boy, without question, Brandon Ingram displaying his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
So for the Raptors right now, they've got Emmanuel quickly, and it's Castleton in at the 5. Herder, a screen on quickly. Here's White. Dosunmu, right side. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. All right, Brandon, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA, you think?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
To the left wing. Clock at 6. Here's Mobo. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Toronto shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Bulls leading by 11. About a minute played here in the second half. Out to the right wing. Collins outside. From deep three-point land. And Castleton pulls it down. Well, the Raptors shooting around 41% after undergoing 3 ankle surgeries in 10 months in 2020 and 2021. Coach Zach Collins has bounced back amazingly.
He really has, Brian. And the injuries have really been the only problem for Zach Collins. He's got size, skill, and toughness. This guy is a very effective player when he's healthy.
His story is inspirational.
It is indeed.
And here's Collins for 3, and that one's good. Collins has got his first basket. Raptors trail by 11. Pass to Quickly. Here's Battle. Back to Quickly, the 17-footer. It's hauled in by White.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in. Well, playing his role to perfection, using his size to control the glass for his team.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Shooting for Toronto. 2 shots.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And it's the Bulls with the ball. They've led by as many as 14. DeSumo outside. Pass to White. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Every team needs those veterans to show how to be a pro, to build chemistry, and teach the youngsters how to play the right way. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic said, there's just more accountability when it's coming from another player, so I empower guys to communicate, talk, and be on the same page. Brian, it helps.
Has to. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. And stolen by Herter. Pass to DeSumo. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play.
2 minutes.
Launches it from deep. Bulls keep it alive. Herter from long range. Knocks it down from distance. And the Bulls lead by 16.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Here's Mobo. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Mobo's got 7 points.
The coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
Herter passes to Smith. That three's off the mark. And here's Quickly. He'll bring it up for Toronto. For three. Drills it from deep. Quickly's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
59 seconds left in the third quarter here. White looking it over. Here's DeSumo. Tips it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Collins has gotten his second bucket.
Now that takes serious effort and a light touch.
No need to overdo it. Just lightly tip it in. Here's Quickly. And he makes it.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Pass to White. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. That's good from White. Raptors trail by 14. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Barnes with a screen on White. The three. Oh, again, Toronto with a triple.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Outside White. Driving in. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
At the line for two, Kobe White.
White hits them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Dick. He buries it from three. Dick's got 6 points. There's 6 seconds left in the third. Collins a screen. White for three. Oh, at the buzzer! He got it off in time!
That is an incredible shot.
Oh, what a miraculous shot.
Kobe White, he's feeling it tonight. And he's been the driving force for Chicago. He made a big impact, scoring 12 points in the quarter. We'll be back in a moment. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Williams and Vucevic are inside. Josh Giddey out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Buzelis in at small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Bulls leading by 16. Here's Buzelis. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Okay now, Rook. Buzelis showing he can finish with some power.
Here's Dick. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And B.A., if you let him, he will do damage.
No resistance, you pay.
Yeah, look, never tempt a guy with a sure thing. No surprise to see him taking advantage like that.
Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic slams it in.
Rolling with purpose off the pick. Vooch, impressive basketball IQ, is really featured in screen and rolls.
Colonel with the bucket.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Now here's Ball, tightly guarded. And Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
It's stolen by Barnes. It's a 3-on-3 fast break.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Pass to Buzelis. Oh, they get a hand on it. Stan, you've coached some great defensive anchors in your time. Who do you view as the best in the game today?
Well, Brian, you probably have to start with Rudy Gobert, but we've got guys like Brook Lopez, Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis, and then we've got two young ones coming up that could be as good as we've seen in Wemby and Chet Holmgren.
The three from Ball. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Raptors trail by 14. Outside Dick. And it's Kinney with a rebound. Chicago has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. To the paint. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Ingram. Jacks up a 3. Chicago with a rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 7 tonight. And he lobs it up. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Buzelis.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
It's Barrett on the wing, covered by Vucevic. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
Buzelis showing us he can do everything on the floor. Impressive in just his first year.
Barrett passes to Barnes. Kicks it out to Barrett. 4-3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside Giddey. To the right side. 1:21 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Shot clock at 6. Buzelis. That one goes. Count it.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Bulls.
This team did a lot of things well tonight. Number 1 was passing the ball.
And it was a team that was in rhythm, and they just trusted each other to take the right shots.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Matas Buzelis.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
No coverage that time. And the Bulls lead by 19.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Up top, Vucevic. Pass to Williams. Here's Buzelis. Covered by Pirtle. Here's Buzelis. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
11 seconds left in the final quarter. And that one is stuffed right through.
Come on, B.A. He sure can rise.
Grant, that's as good as it gets. One of the best in the league. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort.